I'm Cayt Rowe. I am the Program Leader Integrated Force with the Defence Science and Technology Group in the Department of Defence. So my role is about helping the Department of Defence from a science perspective to design the future Defence Force and to help the Defence Force to be integrated, to operate as a whole in the future. The things that inspired me to get into STEM were that when I was in high school, I really enjoyed maths. I really loved physics and chemistry. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. So I chose a fairly generic engineering and science field, and I basically just pursued the things that I loved. And that led me to a career in defence science, and basically the opportunities have opened up in front of me. My journey to where I am now has been quite unexpected. I definitely took a very indirect route. I never would have thought that I would be providing science to help design the future Defence Force. In fact, I don't think I even knew this job existed when I was quite young, and certainly when I was studying mechanical engineering at university. The career opportunities for women in STEM have changed enormously since I first started in defence science. When I first joined defence science 23 years ago, I was one of very few women in the organisation. Things have changed a lot since then, and they've changed for the better. And it's really exciting now that in my workplace here, it's almost 50-50. And it's certainly improved the workplace. It's improved the flexibility in our thinking. It's really changed, the whole workplace dynamic has changed. So there were certainly very few women in senior positions in my organisation when I started. And that meant there were very few role models for us junior women. And that has absolutely changed, that there are now some very inspiring, powerful women. And in fact, our Chief Defence Scientist is a wonderful woman named Tanya Monroe, and she's certainly showing us that anything is possible. I think the major barriers for a woman starting a career in STEM in Australia is the cultural foundation that we have for that, is the messaging that women get very early in their life about what being a woman means, what being a woman looks like. For me, my father was an engineer. He laid that foundation for me that hey, this is what being a person means. There was no distinction for me about being a woman, but I see that now, and I see it in my daughters, that they, even though I'm in STEM, that they still kind of think, that's not really what I want to do. On the flip side, I also think there's never been a better time to be a woman in science. That people have recognised the real strength that women bring to the workforce, that we need that diversity of perspective, and we're fighting for it. That we are fighting to get women in at all levels in the organisation, and that men and women across the board are fighting for that equality everywhere. The types of activities that I think will really inspire girls, women and all underrepresented groups to choose STEM careers is making the really cool STEM careers that are available visible to them right at the beginning when they're choosing those subjects in high school and university. My key advice for any girls and women who are hoping to participate in STEM is go for it. There is so much cool stuff that you get to do. And personally, I think that that is so satisfying. My almost default approach, which has served me really well in my career, is to have a default thing of, yes, I can do this. I might say, yes, I need to ask permission. Yes, I need to work out transport, or I need to work out whatever it is. But my default response to an opportunity that's offered is, yes, I'll give that a go. And that's really, really worked well for me. And that's the advice that I'd like to pass on to any young girls and women.